Hello, everyone. Welcome to the second Founders Live Atlanta. I'm gonna give you all such a big hand because I'm so excited and so happy for you all to be here. My name is Asia.
I'm Janine.
And thank you all for coming. To everybody in the chat, just tell us where you're from and tell us how pumped up you are.
We have some really great startups tonight. I'm so excited about this group. And we have one of our great friends as our first presenting partner. Should we kick that off, or is there anything else you want to introduce or say, Asia?
Definitely. Oh, no, that's
All
it.
right.
We can just go straight into it.
Well, yes, I will give some background for those who've never watched Founders Live before. We will be doing 99-second pitch competition. That means each startup will pitch for 99 seconds, and there will be 4 minutes of Q&A. So make sure you think of great questions to ask our founders. We will have audience voting to select the winner. So you guys get to vote on the winner, which is awesome. And the winner will get $10,000 in AWS credits in addition to an amazing prize package. And all startups pitching tonight will get the 5,000 in AWS credits as well as our awesome prizes. Now we'll go ahead and bring on our great friend Kajenwa, who's a city leader in 2 Founders Live cities, both New York and Toronto. She's also an amazing PR businesswoman, and she will give some tips and tell us a bit more about what she does.
Thank you so much, Janine. What an awesome introduction. Hey, Founders Live ATL, what's going on? My name is Kajenwa, which actually means happy welcome arrival. So welcome to Founders Live ATL. Welcome to Founders Live Atlanta. You know, Atlanta is such a bustling place. I remember meeting like amazing people there, like LL Cool J. And so Atlanta is a place where there's lots of business, lots of entrepreneurship happening, and that is awesome. I have a PR firm. It's called Zebra Public Relations. I'm actually wearing a few zebras today, if you can see them. And zebras are unique. You would never forget one if you ever met one. And we roam in the Serengeti like a pack, right? We are a pack of individuals that will always remain iconic. And that's really the purpose and the point, is to develop icons. So what we do is we turn brands into icons. And all we do is to turn entrepreneurs and give them the visibility that they truly deserve. You guys are entrepreneurs, you guys work hard, and you guys deserve all the visibility in the world for getting the recognition that you truly would want for your company. And that's really what we do. So it's a pleasure to be here. We actually serve as one of your prize packs for you winners out there. You guys are honestly all winners in my eyes, in the eyes of Zebra PR. But please know that to come visit us at zebrapublicrelations.com, should you ever need to reach us, you can find us on our main page. Or let's say you are an Instagram person, you can always find us on Instagram at Zebra PR NYC. One thing you want to remember if you are pitching, 99 seconds is a standard pitch these days. You want to use your voice of authority. Think of Oprah. Be firmly grounded and entrenched in your story and tell a story. Remember, it's like a hamburger. Top bun, middle meat and accoutrement, and then bottom bun. Beginning, middle, and end will make for a great story, providing everyone with your personal experience and what brought you to this point where you are today and how you can serve others. The other thing that's really big right now is social entrepreneurship. People just generally want to know what's in it for them. So be sure to share your story in a way that serves everybody else that's watching you, right? And please provide benefit for perhaps the VCs that are watching you. Generally, they'll just want to know how many members you have, how large is your community or your herd, and how much money you've made, right? So never be afraid to share how much doulars you have made, because I don't care what you tell me. Money makes the world go round. Anyone who says that that would not be the case is just honestly doing hobby work in our estimation, right? No business, no sales. So you want to be able to establish a proven track record for being able to generate sales and generate income doing your very good work in this life. So much more to come. But I definitely wanted to tell you that on August 25th, we are going to be in the process of sharing our very, very dear asset, our classroom. It's called PRDIY, and it's essentially designed for entrepreneurs just like you who need a marketing blueprint map for how to get to where you need to go in the midst of all of this stuff, more apps, more products out there. Where do you go? The program is available on the 25th for $198. It's 3 classrooms plus the 4th, which is graduation. And we would love to receive all of you into the program. I believe the winner will be getting this for free, by the way. So it's actually an $1,100 value. That's generally what we charge to have our clients come in. But $198 for those of you who are wanting to take the program. For the winner, you guys get this for free. So thank you so much, guys, for having me on this stream. I really, really appreciate it. And please find us at any time.
Thank you, Kajenwa. You really lit up the room, the virtual room, and I love that so much. You kicked off this event so well. I really appreciate your awesome energy. And I encourage everyone who needs PR, which is everyone with a business, to get in touch with Kajenwa for your PR needs. Awesome. All right. Well, you're welcome. Let's get our next partner on stage, who I'm so grateful to have so many amazing friends I've met between Founders Live, which is how I met Kajenwa, and Entra, which is how I met Diane, who is actually my coach and offers some amazing coaching services. I'll let Diane go ahead and explain a bit about what she does.
Hey, Janine, thanks for the intro. Hi, Founders Live. Kajenwa, loved what you said. I totally could not agree more about how you kicked this off with your energy and what you said about, thank you for saying that about money. I am a coach, and I'll tell you what that means. But I hear so over and over from founders, one commonly asked question is, how do I do X, like hire without money? And I'm like, you are running a business, you are starting a business, and it is about the money. So thank you. Thank you for that. I'm like, would you ask a personal trainer how to get abs without doing any core work? No, you would not. So, okay, I am a startup coach. And did you know that according to Crunchbase, over 40% of founders have coaches or therapists? I started coaching because I've been a founder for over 25 years. I sold my first company. I built it to $50 million in 6 years and sold it to a public company. I've had several exits since then. So I decided to become a coach / consultant. And thank you for the comments. And Janine can put the link in I'm offering, because I know that startup founders, can't always afford the coaching services that some of, for example, my Series B clients could. So I'm offering free speed coaching. And then you can come on board and see what it's like to actually have a coach. And I feel that it's really important to have a coach who has deep business experience as well as deep emotional work experience. So I was asked to give you a hot tip for the evening. And by the way, in that link that Janine shared, you can, that's my total team makeover program that helps founders scale through hiring, whether it's through starting with virtual people or even freelancers. And you can also get the link to free speed coaching from that link. Okay, hot tip of the night. As you're starting out your entrepreneurial path, I truly believe in the importance of knowing your personal vision. And there are tools to get you there. Join my free coaching. we can talk about the specific tools of knowing your own core values and your personal mission. Knowing what you want to get out of your business, how you want to live your life is extremely important, because you are going to get, you probably already know that you're going to get tons of advice as a founder. And as you get that advice, you're going to want to filter the advice based on what you want to get out of your business and how you want to live your life, because you're going to have all sorts of decisions to make. Are you going to look for investors? What kind? Are you participating in pitch competitions? What kind of decisions are you making? And if you have already created your mission, vision, and core values, you're going to have a blueprint, not only to hire, sometimes you need to fire people, and make decisions on who you're going to bring into your company, because the people in your company are the ones who are making your vision a reality. And that is extremely important. That's my top tip. Follow me, and I'm all over the place, all over the internet, and join my free speed coaching. Go on that link, and I'd love to see you there. I'm looking forward to hearing all of the amazing and inspiring pitches. Thanks, Founders Live Atlanta. It's great to be here.
Thank you, Diane. That was great. And yes, I highly encourage anyone who may need some help with their team to get in touch with Diane. But she helps in a lot of areas, including getting your early revenue. She's good at figuring out how to make money. So if that's a thing you need help with, awesome. Thanks again, Diane. I'm going to put you back down. All right. And now we have Jean. Hi, Jean. How's it going? Jean has an amazing project, or actually multiple projects, that are going to greatly impact the resources available for startups, which is really exciting. Oh, we can't hear you. I can't hear you. Not sure if it's like the headset or something. Should we we could always have you go after Laura. Try again. I can't hear you. Now you're muted. You there? Hello.
Hey, we can just bring Laura on, and then
let's
you can
do
try
that.
to figure
Okay,
it out.
Yeah, Jean will bring you up after Laura. All right. Hi, Laura. How's it going?
Awesome. How are you?
Great. I'm so glad you can be here. So Laura is our pitch coach for this round of Founders Live Atlanta. And Laura, thank you for working with everyone. It is incredible that you were able to get all of these meetings in, and I'm sure the founders greatly appreciate your help. Let me get your
it was awesome. It was so exciting for me to get to participate in this and meet some people from Atlanta, and I've really enjoyed the experience so much so far.
That's great. That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. All right. Can everyone see Laura's slides? Yes, awesome. All right.
So back to the first slide. This is just an introduction to who I am. Basically, I worked in the corporate world for 20 years in entertainment and video games. And in 2015, I got the courage to open up my own startup, my first business. I ended up closing it in 2019, but I really realized that what I have a passion to do is basically help other entrepreneurs start up their business and potentially learn through things that I had to learn the hard way on. But it really takes courage to enter into this arena and to start your own business. And I'm here to help as far as whether a company is a startup or they're already an operational and have sales, but they're looking to scale and grow their business. And kind of what Diane said, it's really important to make money. So a lot of times people have a great idea, but they don't know how to monetize that idea, and they don't know the right steps to get the business going.
Yes, that's awesome that you're able to help with that, because money is important. Am I ready to move on to this?
Oh yeah, that's just a little bio of me, but my contact information is basically on LinkedIn or through my website, through Instagram and Facebook. There's a little link tree that lets you take a quiz that kind of lets me find out a little bit more about you and potentially where you need help, and facilitates an introductory call. But that's all that is. So yeah, I'm excited. Founders Live is just awesome. It's an awesome way to connect to others, inspire others. And my motto is do what you love, and you need to kind of create that. It takes an army and a team. So one of my suggestions or advices is reach out to as many people as you can in your network and have them reach out to more people in their network for you, because every one of us has a unique skill set. And we're usually happy to share it with other people. And there's a lot of support out there for entrepreneurs. You just got to reach out there and ask for help.
That's so true. Yes. And Founders Live is a great organization for making the connections, coming to these events and meeting people. And we are going to do networking later, which I always enjoy. One question I have, Laura, that I've been thinking about over the past couple days. I, first of all, completely agree with you about networking, and I believe greatly that it's a very effective way both to be able to give yourself to others, but also to ask for help. And I know most founders are in a position where asking for help will get them. I mean, really, it applies to more people than just founders about asking for help. But that said, from the standpoint of business development, and I know that's broad because each company and industry is different, but what do you think about the balance of networking versus cold calling? Because I do still see people making a good point that even experienced executives are cold calling in their niche. So what are your thoughts about this?
Well, first of all, introductions through someone are always the best first attack. But there's nothing wrong with structuring an introductory email to someone you don't know and giving them the context of why you're hoping to talk to them. I did that a lot with my startup. I was in the hair industry, and I had come from entertainment and video games, so I knew no one in the hair industry. And I really had to reach out and explain to them why I was seeking out information and hoping for a 10-minute call or for them to introduce me to someone that I could talk to further about something. So it goes both ways. I think people are busy. So if you get right to the point as far as how you need their help or how you anticipate them potentially introducing you to talk to someone else, that's okay. And like I said before, I think most people are willing to help someone along the way. I got a ton of help from friends, colleagues, and people that I didn't know in my 5 years running my startup. And I was grateful for that. And I'm, of course, looking to give back because I think that that's how this all works.
It is. Yeah, that's the important part of networking. And that's kind of my personal KPI for myself is like, am I helping people? Like that is just, to me, it's just as, if not more important than making money, because like you can have money and like not be thought of as a nice person, but then when your money runs out, you won't be able to regenerate it if you don't have a good reputation. So
yeah, and another aspect to this is education. It's really important to not be afraid to ask questions and to learn along the way. This is a process, right? I mean, everybody knows that this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And even though that's an old saying, it's really important to remember. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to reach out. Do your homework, though. Know that industry. Find out some stats about it. Find out where the trends are heading. Because eventually you are going to be kind of quizzed and held to that accountability that why are you potentially entering into this industry and trying to create something as an expert in it, niche-y and that kind of thing. So
that's interesting. So do you find that most of the founders you work with have industry experience, or are you working with people kind of more like your situation you described where they're entering a new industry they've not actually worked in before?
I don't know. It may be 50-50. Diane's a good friend of mine, and she's a business coach, so she might know the answer to that better than me. But, I'm not sure. It's probably 50-50. There's usually a reason why someone wants to be part of that industry, or there's a skill set that they have inherent in them that's pulling them in that direction, or they think there's a trend or an interest or something is coming up the pipeline of why they want to enter that industry. So there's usually a very strong interest at a minimum if they don't already have some experience in that.
Yeah, that's true. I would definitely agree with that. Well, do you have any, I know you've spent a lot of time with the founders already, but do you have any specific advice for the founders you would like to leave them with?
Well, they're going to do a great job today. I was super impressed with all of them. I'm really excited to hear their pitches. 90 seconds is so short, and we were joking that a lot of, including me, we like to talk a lot, so it's so hard to get everything out in 90 seconds. I really encourage them to share a way to have the listeners contact them at the end so that they can share more about their idea and have more ongoing conversations and perhaps network through this group and to find the right people that they need to talk to next. So yeah, I'm just excited for them, and I applaud that they have the courage to do this. It's an exciting event. I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, that's great too. I've been thinking recently, I'm like, oh man, you have to keep doing hard things to like grow in any area, including like grow as a person. So I was like thinking about that today. I was like, I guess life will always be hard on some level unless you're totally stagnant.
Yeah, and I love that. I love learning, and I think that that's how we challenge ourselves, and hopefully it's who you associate with that brings you up that way, and you continue to grow and learn things. I think that's part of our journey that we're here for.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good point. That's a really poignant note about our journey being really important to each of us. Well, thank you again, Laura.
Sure.
Thank you for coaching everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Jean up. I heard a promising sound, so I'm hoping that it works now. Hi, Jean. Yes. Oh my gosh, it works. Thank God.
Oh,
yes, I can hear you.
Great.
Okay. All right, everyone. Great. We'll do this again. So Jean is doing some great projects to provide a lot of resources for startups and really change the way startups have access to building their companies early on. So Jean, would you like to tell us about what you're working on and how you're helping founders?
Great. So are you going to show my presentation, or am I going to do it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
I'm happy to. Give me one moment.
No
Thank
problem.
you for reminding me about that. Okay. One moment. Oh, it's still on the other tab. Let me do this. All right.
All right. So you can go to the first slide. All right, so hi guys. I'm probably the only Canadian on the call today. I'm in actually I'm in Montreal, Canada, but we love the U.S. We love Americans, so I'm very happy to be on the call today. So Wagsdell, what we're doing is that we're actually what we call an ecosystem as a service. So we provide a few things to entrepreneurs. We provide services, and I'll explain to you what I mean by that. We also provide tools and resources, and our goal is to basically cover the entire life cycle of all the entrepreneurs. And when we say that it's global participants, that's what we mean. We're actually helping entrepreneurs from all over the globe, whether they're in Asia, North America, South America, it doesn't matter. Wherever entrepreneurs need us to be to help them out, we basically help them out, right? So you can go to the next slide. Right, so we have two main missions, and these missions are extremely important for us. The first one is that we want to reduce the costs and risk associated with basically launching and operating a startup. And the second one is we definitely want to support anyone that wants to basically create a great business and it's part of their dream. So our goal is to basically to assist them as part of their team, right? You can go to the next slide now. So basically what we're solving is that, you know, like launching, operating, and scaling a company is still very costly and risky. And most, you know, like entrepreneurship service centers, they work in silos, right? So whenever you go into the marketplace, you got to pick a service A somewhere, or service B some other places, service C some other place. And we basically realized that it would be great if we could create, like I said, an ecosystem as a service where you can basically find everything that you need, but we are willing to work with partners, just like I'm doing with Janine and Founders Live, and bring all these people together so we can basically, you know, help, like I said, reduce the costs and make sure that we basically can assist you in terms of launching your startup, right? You can go to the next one, next slide. So here's a use case, right? So a use case that I'm taking is, like I said, imagine you're a young father, you have a small budget to start your company, you know, you can't afford to fail. And, you know, and every time you go into the marketplace, they're telling you, hey, marketing is over there, accounting is over there, you know, like project management's over there. Like working in silos is basically not working for you. And what we're doing at Wagsdell is that we're providing you, like I said before, with a better entrepreneurship service center, right? Where everything has to do with creativity, innovation, and all the services has to be there available to you. You can go to the next slide. You skipped one. You actually skipped one. All right. So before that, all right. So what we want to provide in this use case, for example, Kevin. So we are providing him with the ecosystem as a service. So there's three specific things that we do throughout the life cycle. So at the launch, what we do is that we provide him with what we call a launcher program. So the launcher program is basically software tools that we design and engineered ourselves to actually go through the entire life cycle of the startup, right? Because a startup goes from, you know, getting started to actually scaling a little bit and then maturity. And that's what we provided. That's what basically we created. We created all those tools and the software tools to help out to go through all those, you know, parts of the life cycle. The second thing that we do provide is access to a team available 24/7, 365. And I mean it, like it's true. Like we have team members that are definitely available to help out. And for us, you know, it's not about mentorship. It's not about guidance. It's really about actually doing the work with you. So it's like team augmentation, you know, providing you with an, you know, extra brains, extra pair of hands to basically help you out. And once you progress and get to the scale part, we do have partners all over the globe. Like I said, for example, my COO is in South Africa. My CTO is in India. We have operating teams in India, in America, Canada, and all those places. So we can definitely help out in terms of scaling. You can go to the next slide. So at the launch stage, what we do, you missed one, previous one. Let me see if you, before that, because I think it's skipping. Yeah, so the type of services that we provide at the launch stage, like I said, there's the launcher program. We also provide product development. So we have a big team of designers and developers that are available. Advisory services, we have a bunch of partners that we have. We have a communications platform. We don't use Slack. We actually built our own to cater like to the need of an entrepreneur. So basically every single group that you have one group that is called the Online HQ. And this is where we basically communicate, like I said, 24/7, 365, whenever you need us. We have service platforms, and we just launched an actual incubator/accelerator program where we put you in, and we have meetings every single week so we can go through, you know, different steps to get you to launch and then scale, etc. Right? And at the operating stage, again, you can have access to a dedicated team. And at the scaling, we have growth solutions for startups. And like I said, we have a global network of advisors. You can go to the next slide. So now in terms of the value proposition and cost, so number one, you know, in terms of value proposition, you know, the ability to launch a startup effectively and efficiently, like I explained, everything is very, 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 very structured in what we do. You have opportunity to receive guidance in it, but mostly assistance from our team available 24/7, 365. And we also have growth solutions for startup. The cost on average is about, I say on average because we have different tiers of membership. It works in memberships. It's about $70 Canadian. So for Americans, it's about, I think, about $55 a month, something like that. Whenever there's a dedicated team where we have like contract services, this can go all the way up to like 1,200 Canadian again. But we want to make all of our services extremely affordable for anyone across the globe, and this is basically what has made our success ever since we started. You can go to the next slide. And compared to, you know, some competitors that we have, obviously Y Combinator, 500 Startups, Techstars, the thing that we didn't have before was basically they have some type of fund, right? So they're able to fund startups. We're actually working on raising a $100 million fund to actually be able to invest in the startups that we're helping. Because again, there's so many great opportunities that we've seen by helping so many entrepreneurs from across the globe that we actually working on raising our own fund as well. But compared to the other guys, they're basically early stage venture firm, while we're more like an ecosystem where we provide more than just cash, right? But like I said, there's a venture fund that we're going to basically working on right now to raise in the next few months. You can go to the next slide. And basically, this is our team. So like I said, my name is Jean Genor. I'm founder and CEO. Mohsen Patton is our CTO, and then Greg Chitra is actually our COO and head of growth. We have a team of about 25 people. And yeah, this is what Wagstail is about. And by the way, the name Wagstail, if you don't know what it means, it actually means Silicon Valley. We took silicone, synonym, wax, and Dale, synonym for valley, and that's basically how we got the name, because we wanted to basically reproduce what Silicon Valley has been able to do, but in even a better way, right? So we want to be able to connect with different ecosystems across the globe and help boost the entrepreneurship, you know, happening over there. So thanks again.
Thank you, Jean. That was awesome. If anyone needs development services or even to just get organized, and Jean is working on some different projects with fundraising as well, I would definitely encourage everyone to get in touch with him.
Great.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Jean. Asia, are we ready? Are we ready for some pitches?
I'm ready for some pitches. Are you?
I am.
All the sponsors are amazing. I just want to give a shout out to all the sponsors. You guys did absolutely amazing. And I know our guests who are watching and then the founders who are participating will definitely benefit from your services. So we appreciate you.
We did. We have such great sponsors and amazing startups. So let's go ahead, and do you have the video, Asia? Let's go ahead and kick off our
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Awesome. So that is a little bit about Founders Live and the mission here. I didn't formally introduce myself. My name is Asya Shahid. I am also a startup founder of Mo's Music, music from your heart to your playlist. And like we said, we're super excited to get these pitches started off. If Janine, would you like to have a formal introduction?
Sure. Yeah, I'm Janine. I'm the director of strategy at Cyan Reef, which is a digital wealth management platform for impact investing. I'm really excited to do some great things, helping people make smarter decisions and to be able to invest in line with their values. I'm really excited about some of the upcoming educational content we're going to be coming out with soon. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get some startups pitching. So once again, I think most of you guys know this, but we're doing 99-second pitches, which I will be timing. And then there will be 4 minutes for audience Q&A. So make sure to ask great questions. Also keep in mind that the questions are an opportunity. The questions are an opportunity for the founders to get to share more about their company than they could share in 99 seconds. So if you have a business development question for them or want to connect on that level, I would encourage you to save that for networking or reach out directly and to keep the questions focused on learning about their business, because then we will be voting. Everyone in the audience will be able to vote on the winner, and we will announce who comes home with 10,000 in AWS credits, but no worries to everyone else. Each startup will still receive the 5,000 in AWS credits. So let's go ahead.
So yeah, so let's go ahead and bring on the first startup pitch of the night. And let's get it started. You will begin your 99 seconds as soon as you start speaking. Oh, we can't hear you. You might be muted.
Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, we'll give you a redo. So as soon as you start.
All right, we are the 808 Wave. Meet Pally Ray. When he was in college, his friend signed up for the talent show and pushed him to rap. At first, he didn't want to embarrass himself, but he decided to give it a go. During the talent show, he rapped to his favorite beat, and the way it brought peace to his mind. That was when he decided that rapping was his passion. Ever since then, Pally has devoted his life to being a recording artist and never looked back. However, for him to be successful in the music industry, he would need to create great music, and he couldn't do that without the right recording studio. So he decided to do what any sensible person would do, look up studios in his area on Google. What he found frustrated him. Many of the studios didn't have their own website where he could see the different rooms, rates, and equipment used. And those that did have one were outdated and provided the wrong information. He called some of the studios that listed their phone numbers, and they didn't pick up. He tried calling them again the next day, and they still didn't pick up. For the longest time, Pally went from studio to studio looking for the right pricing, equipment, and engineers to work with that would help take him to the next level in his music career. And that's when he found us. On our platform, Pally could see all the studios in his area, as well as their updated rooms, pricing, and more. With our solution, the 808 Wave, he was able to find the right studio and book a session at Tree Sound Studios. Our serviceable, obtainable market consists of 200,000 musicians, just like Pally, all living in the Atlanta area, along with 300 studios. To monetize, we will charge a monthly fee to the studios, and our goal for 2023 is to hit 3,000 studios, giving us a little over $1 million in revenue. My name is Abi, and my co-founder is Beck, and we can be reached at team@808wave.com. Thank you so much.
That was perfect timing. You even had a few
Awesome.
seconds to go. Thank you, Avi. Great pitch.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Awesome pitch.
We'll kick off with some questions. So, Avi, I noticed that you mentioned Atlanta. Atlanta is definitely a hot market for you. What are your plans for expanding outside of Atlanta?
So currently, where we are currently, we're currently in our beta testing phase where we're proving product market fit within the Atlanta area. So once we prove product market fit here in Atlanta, then we can just take the model that we've created here and apply it to other cities like Nashville, Los Angeles, New York, Europe as well. So once we were able to prove that here, then we can go outside to other cities.
Yeah. So how come you came up with this idea? Where did it come from?
Yeah. So freshman year, like currently, Beck and I we're rising seniors at Georgia Tech, and freshman year, we were lucky enough to be in the same dorm and the same floor, and we just had a lot of interest in entrepreneurship, and that 1 year we spent, the whole year working on 6 or 7 different startup ideas, and by the end of that year, we were like, hey, look, this is the one idea that we think we're the most passionate about, that we think can provide the most value, the most impact on the consumer base, and we're like, okay, we're just going to do this one idea, and we're going to build this company.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So what type of traction do you all have currently?
Yes. So currently we're beta testing right now. So there's 300 studios in Atlanta, and currently we're partnered with about 15 studios in the Atlanta area. On our platform, we have a built out MVP where users can hop on the platform. If you're a musician, an artist, or producer, you can come on the platform through an invite code, and you can basically book a session or request a session through the platform with a certain studio. You can see, all the studios in your area. As you can kind of see here, you can see all the studios in your area, and you can kind of see the whole studios, like what do they have, like their past clients, amenities, services, and kind of request a booking. So we're kind of at that stage where we're in the product market fit stage, just looking for that currently.
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to bring on a question. Oh, we already got it up. About how many users do you expect to have by the end of 2021?
Yeah, so the end of 2021, we're looking to have around 25 to 30,000 users, but more so we're looking to have about 1,500 transactions, booking requests throughout the platform, resulting in about $50,000 in revenue, and we're looking to have around about 100,000, or think about 500,000 actually, in gross merchandise value as well on the platform.
That's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome. So somebody put that they complained about not having a studio, having to make a makeshift studio in their closet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're definitely a help, and you're needed. So
Thank
that's
you.
awesome. So thank you so much. We appreciate you coming on and giving that amazing pitch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any more questions for Avi? I guess we're coming up on his time within less than a minute. That was a great pitch, Avi. We have just a few seconds left on your Q&A. If there's any last tidbits you want to add before we cut off your Q&A time.
Well, I mean, if you are an artist or a producer or musician watching, or anyone in the Atlanta area that owns a studio, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to work with them. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Great. It was awesome to hear from Avi. Now we are on to our next pitch, which will be Lernatrik.
David, welcome. So your pitch will start as soon as you start speaking. And
Yeah, you know what? David's slides were just up and they went away. David, what happened with your screen share?
Can you see it? Let me see. Can you see it now?
Yes. Let me add it to the
okay.
stream. All right, David. We're gonna leave you to it. So as soon as you start speaking, we will kick off the timer.
Hello, everyone. My name is David Spiegler, and I'd like to share some information about Lernatrik, an education technology company that accelerates student learning. This past year has reminded us how important education is, and we've come up with a new approach in a market forecasted to exceed $48 billion. Studies have shown that the approach we're taking can take an average learner all the way to the 98th percentile of performance. Unlike so many other industries, we haven't seen providers using technology to personalize education. We're largely teaching students the same way that we did 100 years ago. It's as if we're trying to build a model, a car of today using the same approach that we did with the Model T 100 years ago. In a field as important as education, we have to find a better way. The inspiration for Lernatrik came from my daughter Piper. She learns differently, and existing solutions just didn't adjust for her needs. Too many children are being lost in the shuffle as we teach to the middle and hope for the best. Lernatrik uses machine learning to differentiate among students using real-time data to curate content. Using AI, we can deliver to each student what they need, when they need it, in the way they need it. We're selling directly to parents in a subscription format for $29 a month, and we're launching in August, focused on pre-K through third grade math. We forecast that Lernatrik will be profitable by year 3 and offers the potential to exceed $100 million in revenue by year 5. We're seeking a $1 million seed financing round that will help us finalize our launch, reach 1,000 customers by the end of the year, and position ourselves for the future. I welcome you to learn more about us at lernatrik.com, and I welcome your questions.
That was amazing, David. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're in such perfect timing tonight. Everyone is like,
they're on it.
I don't want to jinx it, but they're like ending a few seconds early. I can tell that we have a well-practiced group. All right, we can kick off some questions.
I have a question. How come you are raising $1 million off so quickly?
Yeah, so what we're looking to do, there's an old saying that you don't want to raise too little because then you're going to run out and have to re-raise again. So rather than just, we could do a micro raise just to finish the product. We want to actually focus on completing our product, getting out in the marketplace and launching to 1,000 users by the end of the year and be in position in 2022 to be able to scale it and go larger. So that's the reason that we're raising the round that we are.
Okay, awesome.
That's awesome. So I know this is not directly relevant, but how old is Piper? I have to ask.
So Piper is now 10, but the idea came up a few years ago, but now she's 10 years old and she's doing much better now.
That's awesome. So you have the product fully built then. I'm sure she's probably loving it if you do.
So what I've done for Piper is, as a dad, is one thing. What I'm doing for the market and using all the machine learning and whatnot is something else. So that's what we're finishing up. And in the next 2 months, we'll be finishing that up and getting it on the marketplace.
That's awesome. That'll be really exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. So did you base this, I know, off of your daughter, but they do have Quaker schools that kind of focus on learners who may not be good for traditional learning. Did you get some of that from that, or was it just your daughter?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've done extensive customer discovery with literally over 200 parents, teachers, administrators to understand where the pain points are. And it's not just my daughter. There are so many kids out there, and there are different kinds of kids. You've got, on one end of the spectrum, you've got learning disabled students that are really challenged to try to keep pace with what's going on in the classroom. You have at the other end of the spectrum, gifted and talented children that are frustrated with existing platforms because it forces them to kind of dumb themselves down, if you will. And you've got homeschool students that really need the support absent a school environment. And there's so much teaching to the middle. We need something that individualizes education for everybody and personalizes that everyone can benefit from, But for those students that are farthest from the middle, they benefit the most.
That's great.
Yeah. You know what I was wondering, David, how do you see Lernatrik fitting into this trend towards homeschooling? I don't have any official data to reference, but it seems to be becoming more popular.
Yeah, it is certainly in certain segments of the country we see that, there's 60 million students pre-K through 12th grade in the United States, and more and more, 17% of them fall into one of those three categories that I just mentioned, and that slice of the pie is growing larger over time. The homeschool audience, when we've met with them, we've actually gone and met with them person to person. This really resonates with them because they don't have the traditional structure in place, and they're looking for something that allows, as one mother told me, that allows her child to compete in the future with kids who are going through a traditional school system. So again, it really helps folks exactly where they're at. If you lack that school structure, it will be there for you. If you have a school structure, you just need to beef up on certain areas, it will play exactly to where that child is.
That's great. That's awesome. Well, we're just about at time for questions, but thank you, David. It was great to hear from you. I love what you're doing, and thanks for an awesome pitch. We'll move on to our next.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So our next pitch is going to be Larry with Sunday. So Larry, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you.
Great.
The stage is yours.
Oh, yeah.
We'll start as soon as you start talking. All right.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for having me. I will say that my name is, for everybody in the crowd, my name is Larry Mickey. I'm the founder and CEO of Sunday. So to start off, I want to say that, behind every great music artist and every great music project is an even greater music team, right? So these teams are actually cranking out over 60,000 songs per day on streaming platforms. And that's a lot of music. But the problem that these teams are running into is that they have to use over 6+ tools to get the job done. But here at Sunday, we want to change that. So Sunday is an all-in-one workspace for music teams to collaborate and manage music projects in one simple real-time place. So the team at Sunday, we are comprised of music creators, but we've also already built music tech tools that have been used by over 100,000 music producers, songwriters, managers, music marketers, and you name it. And they've all said that the only thing lacking from the current workflow that does not exist in the music space is Sunday. So, we're currently running a small closed beta with teams from Sony, BeatStars, and other great companies. And the reason why we're pitching today is because we're looking for people interested to, be a part of the future of how music teamwork happens. So whether you're looking to join the team or you're looking to invest in our current round that we're currently raising, feel free to reach out to me. My email is below, and I'm here for the questions. Thanks.
That was amazing, Larry. Thank you so much. That
Great
was
timing
awesome.
Also. Very, very well timed. All right. So
we have a question.
We do. We have a question. Let's bring that up.
What's your revenue model?
Oh yeah. So so you can think about Sunday in the terms of like how Slack works, right? So you pay per member on your team. So currently we have 3 different tiers. So for a smaller, for smaller teams, it's $9.99 a month. For per role, for next level up is $14.99, and then we also have for our enterprise teams, it's $24.99 a month per role.
Awesome. So who is currently on your team right now?
So it's me, and I also have like a digital marketer, and I have one more engineer too.
Awesome. So where do you see like the traction in the next year? Where you all going?
We have some really great things in store. We already have some great LOIs in place for music co-working spaces, also for some other great studios and stuff too. So right now we're just growing and hammering out great product and great product experiences for the music teams that we already have on our platform and that we're onboarding now, because we believe that we're working on the future of like what music teamwork will look like. So And as far as in terms of like users and stuff like that, hopefully we're shooting for, upwards of like I would say like 50K, in revenue terms, as far as like users and teams and team members that's on the platform. But like, who knows? Like the future holds. We believe the future's bright. So
definitely, that's awesome. Is there any more questions for Larry?
So Larry, what types of partnerships do you anticipate being the most productive for your growth?
So that's a great question, Janine. So thanks. So the couple of things that we're looking for right now are more so like on the institutional side of music, right? So when you think about like metadata, music distribution, things that kind of might slow down the process, because like the future of music, we believe is like one click, right? So a super fun workflow with a one-click distribution, one-click collaboration, contract generation, all that. So
awesome. We have another question from the audience. What are music teams?
Okay, yeah, great. That's a great question, right? So music teams can look and what's the purpose of them? Okay, great. So when you think about the artist, usually you just see like the artist, right? And the hot song, the Meg Thee Stallion, right? But you don't never see the digital marketer putting the campaigns together for Meg Thee Stallion on Instagram or on Spotify. You don't see the manager making the calls behind the scenes and getting the concerts together, or the designer that's putting together like the NFT rollout, right? So these are the people that are kind of behind the scenes that people don't really see a lot of, but they make the Meg Thee Stallions the Meg Thee Stallions. Like you don't get the Meg Thee Stallion might be just like a basic Meg the horse if she doesn't have a great music team behind her. So
that's a good one. Yes, thank you for explaining that, Larry. Thank you for an awesome pitch and giving us the info. I love your energy. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the next pitch. That was awesome. All right,
Monroe Ramsey, are you ready?
All right.
Well, sorry about that. Whoa. Thanks, Montel.
Oh, he was jamming.
Oh my gosh.
Getting ready for this.
Sorry, you caught me. I was just in the metaverse there for a second. So hey, Atlanta, who's ready for summer? Awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of people. Who's ready to pay their power bill? Probably not many of you. Well, I will tell you from the start, we are a lot more efficient than these fans, these ceiling fans that we all use every day. Turns out when I looked into it, had been doubling our power bill for every hour that we turn it on. So remember that next time you turn on your ceiling fan. Another thing, I'll tell you right away about the problem right here on the first slide. So have you ever noticed how virtually every form of entertainment solely activates audiovisual senses, yet many of our favorite experiences activate every sensation? It's like our entire digital experience exists in a virtual vacuum and makes us sick to our stomach on multiple levels. Well, at Virtual Air, we are blowing past the competition and into a new dimension of experience. And it hasn't been easy. As you see here, this is where we first pitched. There I was at the CMII pitching. And right here, I guess that was still when we were at prototype stage. And I'd add that things have been pretty sweaty too without Virtual Air. A lot of companies have been giving XR and haptics a bad name. And I'd say we're looking at you, sweaty wearables and smelly vision. And some at-home fitness companies like Peloton have done a great job at bringing free time to a new level. Also, Mirror was acquired by Lululemon last year for $500 million. Ours, however, cuts through the fog and into a new frontier of VR haptics, a mobile motion simulation, bigger bass thumping, beach breezes, and mountaintop freezes. We're multi-directional, and we provide air from all different sides, and you can think of us as the surround sound of air. Here's our team. We have our co-founder, IO Psych, Major Ruby Smith, First Lieutenant of the USMC, US for Operations. We got you the First Lieutenant of the Marines. We also brought in our co-founder and one of the most prolific sculptors in Atlanta, JD Call.
Man, we're at time. I'm sorry.
You'll
have time for questions.
Yep.
You were right at the end, but that was great.
Thank
That was
you.
wonderful. So question, are you similar to how they have the kind of that experience where you can, like, I forgot what it's called, like skydive? Is that kind of in
Yeah,
the realm you're in?
exactly. So if you're trying to skydive out of that plane in Fortnite, you're going to be falling. You'd feel that sensation and you'd feel like you're falling, and we provide multi-directional air that adjusts to that motion while you're standing still. So all this time you've been spinning in the headset, you haven't actually been moving those legs very much, and we provide that motion from the outside in to provide directional motion through the use of air.
So we have another question. How much does this cost for the consumer?
Right now, it seems like our sweet spot's around 1,500. We are B2C as well as B2B, so we're open to any kind of large unit sales, any partnerships, and we're open to key partners right now. So any investor, B2C, and we're looking for a $500,000 raise or more. Anything less than that, we would likely just bootstrap. So if we can get more people that are doing 500K, we'd love to do that too.
Where did the inspiration for this come? Because this is not like something that you just think of like every day. So where did it come from?
Right. Kind of a few different things inspired it. And I'd say that kind of ideation and any kind of invention is just a combination of two or more. So it's kind of like that feeling, that uplifting feeling that you get in meditation when you start to notice the air all over your skin. And then now realizing that there's actually more sensational nerves on your skin than your eyes and ears combined. So we're using that to leverage what we're doing. I also was originally trying to do an immersive art piece where it was going to be an arcade driving game. And each gear that you shifted into would be a different experience. We were going to simulate motion with something like a Dyson bladeless fan. So it'd be like, second gear would be like skydiving, for example.
Okay. There's another question. Is this similar to the Oculus?
I'd say it's a complement to the Oculus. So since the Oculus only activates audiovisual senses and a little bit of haptics in the controller, we're more focused on haptics. So like the vibration in your phone or your controller, except we're doing that through air currents, where you could feel the pulse of your bass even, and it wouldn't bother your neighbors. You would just feel like you're next to the subwoofer, but not blow out your eardrum, for example. So a lot of different uses. We're complementing what already exists, like audio and visual, and we're adding that extra layer inspired by motion, inspired by audio, or inspired by that feeling at the beach.
So do you integrate with Sonos?
We would love to, and we do have some kind of audio responsing kind of pieces, like almost like a shield you'd add to an Arduino, where we can do that, and we could do it even without being hooked up to your Sonos. But we would also love to integrate through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever kind of piece we need to add to this to complement them.
Okay.
Cool. It would be nice if you like wake up and then you just feel like a breeze come over you and you're like gently lifted out of bed.
Yeah, we had to pivot in COVID to make people think of this as something you could do between Zoom meetings even. So if you wanted to, go to Machu Picchu for a nap, you could do that, and you would almost just get almost like a massage chair, except it's with air and it's cooling you off and you don't wake up sweaty, and you can turn off your fans and save some money as well.
That would be nice, because before our AC wasn't working and all we had was a whole bunch of fans on, so this would have been helpful.
Yeah, we're actually looking into places that might have some folks that need a little extra air to cool off. Bus stops, for example, we would love to partner with the city and provide air at a really low cost, no more than it would take to power like your phone, for example. These really efficient new batteries, not these giant rotary engines that we have on the top of our ceiling.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Everybody.
That was amazing.
Virtual air on Instagram or vair.monroe@gmail.com. Thanks.
All right. Awesome. Okay.
Up next, we have Roy with Healthy Hip Hop.
Oh, there we are. We're on screen
Hey,
now.
Roy.
Yes. We have Roy with Healthy Hip Hop. All right. Hey, Roy, how's it going?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Awesome. All right. We are ready if you are. So we will start the timer on your pitch as soon as you start speaking, and we will drop off the screen for you.
Okay. My name is Roy Scott. I am founder and CEO of Healthy Hip Hop. We are building an urban Disney, infusing hip hop culture with innovative technology, education, and positive attributes. The platform we built, you can think Spotify meets TikTok in a curated environment for children and families. The way we make money, we sell an annual subscription directly to parents, also an enterprise license to hospitals, schools, and school districts. We just recently secured our biggest deal with the Dallas Independent School District for over $500K. And we're currently raising a 1.5 million seed round. 1 million of that is going to be on our Republic campaign. We know how impactful hip hop music and culture is on children. And we're inspired to use that in a positive fashion to get kids excited about learning and being good students and citizens. Had the similar experience myself being in gangster rap, but everything changed for me when I noticed my 4-year-old son, Justice, repeating my music that promoted drugs and violence. That inspired this change, and Healthy Hip Hop was born. We are for the children, for the culture. Thank you.
That was amazing, Roy. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Great
Awesome.
timing also. I know you've got all your different pitches down. All right, well, we're ready for some questions. So I've been wondering this, how did you get started? So you had that idea. Were you already a music producer with access to a studio, or did you make videos on your phone? Like, how did you get started?
Yeah, well, I started many moons ago. I'm dating myself, but I put my first album out right when I came out of high school in 1999. And so at that point, the music industry was a lot different. I was like Master P. I was printing up physical copies of my CDs and selling them out the trunk of my car. And so that's really what kind of fired up my entrepreneurial spirit. And I had been deep in music. And then again, kind of as I explained in my pitch, I had my light bulb moment when I noticed my son repeating my music that was promoting, drugs, violence, misogyny. I was picking him up from school and I seen that. And that's when I knew I had to make a change. And so that's when I started with Healthy Hip Hop. It started primarily with the music, and that was our value proposition. Our music sounded relevant to what was on the radio, what was in the communities, but it was all positive for kids. And just as time grew, it evolved. Ultimately, we want to be, our goal is to be an iconic children's brand, but we evolved into a tech company versus a more of a live services company. So now we can scale up and really make the impact and generate revenue at the same time.
That's amazing. So are you all similar in the sense to like Kids Bop?
You can think about like Kids Bop, but like with swag. And the thing about when you think about, and not knocking Kids Bop because they found their own success, and they've done great, but definitely in that realm. But with Healthy Hip Hop, what we do is when you think about kids' music, it's usually a little bit watered down. It's like a makeover. But our music is genuine to hip hop culture. So you're going to hear, and feel like authentic culture of hip hop, but geared towards children and families. And also the difference between us and the Kids Bop is our app. It serves as a Spotify where kids, parents, and teachers can stream the music, but then they can also create these TikTok style videos, but in a more curated environment for children. So that's what takes us to the next level versus what Kids Bop is doing.
Awesome. And there's a question does it work like an app?
Yes. So you can currently download the app on both iOS and Android. Right now we have about 6,000 active users. And you'll be able to stream the music from the app, again, like I said, but then you can also create the content, because we know kids love TikTok, but the problem is it's still social media. They're exposed to a lot of the wrong things. Anybody has access to your kids. And so that's how it operates. So you can download the app now. We have a new version that's getting prepared to come in early July. Brand new UI, UX. We've done a lot of customer discovery to really improve the overall performance. But yes, it is an app. And we also have a desktop version that is used in the classroom setting to bring culture and movement and mindfulness to the classroom.
That's great. That's great. I know this could have definitely helped when, I was younger, or my brothers would have loved this.
All right. If you listen to the music now, that's a cool thing. Like adults and even high school kids and all that, they love the music now because, again, when you hear it, like if you just Google like some of our Healthy Hip Hop YouTube channel, you'll see like some of our music from our characters like PJ Panda, Princess Panda, Leo Lion. So we created a whole crew of characters. But the music is just so like relevant and real. That's what really separates us from the competition.
Are you in some of the raps, or do you rap yourself?
Yeah. So I have a whole project I just released my character's rapping Roy. So it's called Motivation. It's also on the app, and you can, again, it's just about motivations, like daily affirmations, being kind to yourself, being kind to others, but just with a real, like, dope hip hop soundtrack to it.
That's pretty cool. I'm going to check out all the startups, but definitely I will check yours out as well.
Yeah. And like I said, we currently have a raise on Republic. We're right at about 50K right now, what we've raised on so that's like regulated crowdfunding, so Reg CF. So Healthy Hip Hop is there raising capital right now. So anybody has an opportunity to have early shares, have these shares in an early stage tech company, and we are definitely on the rise.
That's awesome.
It's amazing.
Thank you, Roy. That was a great presentation. It was really good, and I hope you're able to go above and beyond in your raise. I'm sure there's great things in store for you.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
Definitely.
All right.
Awesome.
Yes.
we had amazing startups.
Yes, we did. Well, gosh, it's gonna be hard to choose. I mean, we're not voting, but I can tell you, I would have a hard time picking which one to vote for.
Yeah, definitely, because they were all amazing and very unique in their own ways.
Yes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this voting info up. And so these are the go ahead, Asia.
Yeah, just to remind everyone you can go back to the other one. Of the 5 startups that pitched, we had 808, Lernatrik, sorry if I said that wrong, Sunday, The Air, and then Healthy Hip Hop. So we have the QR code is going to come up. Either you can scan, if you're not on your phone, if you're on your laptop right now, then you can just scan it. But there's also, if you go into the description, there's a link to vote. So we're going to have a short little time where we can vote on your favorite startup.
Woot, woot. All right, I'm posting it in the comments also. Asia, are we still live up here? I don't see us, but I think we are.
We're still live, but just so the QR code can be shown.
I know we don't have any spectacular entertainment planned during the voting today, which is on the upside. At least we're not gonna get kicked off for licensed content, which I'm sure most of our founders. We have so many people from the music industry. I'm sure everyone knows all about that. But I suppose we can entertain them ourselves for a couple minutes and then go ahead and get our results.
Yeah, definitely. So I know Janine is a equestrian. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I am. But you know what though? It's kind of funny because I always thought, it's so interesting. Like, for example, when Diane talks about like, what do you want in your life and that type of thing. Like I do love horses, and I used to think I just wanted to ride and make that my main thing. But I am really enjoying my business activities, and I'm very committed to my startup, Cyan Reef. So it's just really funny to me how things can change. But
definitely.
Yeah, so Asia, I know you've been working on Mo's music. So how are things going, or do you want to tell everyone your story for getting inspired? I think that's always a good one.
Yeah, so I basically, a couple of years ago, I was bored in the car and I didn't know what I wanted to listen to. I don't know if anybody can relate. So fast forward to last year with all the craziness going on, I was like, you know what? Let me go through a spiritual journey, right? Let me try to figure myself out since I'm in the house, there's nothing else to do, right? So going forward, I was like, hey, I want to go on a spiritual journey. I want to get closer to God. I want to lose weight, all those things that, spiritual journeys entitle. So in that journey, I lost 25 pounds. I gained a community of different folks, and I noticed that it just centered around music. So going forward, I was like, hey, if I could have all these great things happen because of music and community, why not share this with the world, right? So that's where I am with Mo's Music. I'm pre-MVP, currently working on my MVP now. But yeah, I'm super excited about it, and I think it will have a lot of value and a lot of great things for people to get out of it. So yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. No, I'm really excited to see what you do. And now you know a bunch of other founders working on startups in the music industry in Atlanta. So, I love how we're providing value to everyone. So we do we have pretty clear and strong results, I think. Asia, do you think we are ready to go ahead and announce the winner?
Definitely. Go ahead, Janine.
Okay, so the winner is the 808 Wave with Abby. Great job,
Woo!
Abby.
Abby,
bring him up.
Congratulations. Is he still on?
Abby may have dropped off. Hopefully we'll be able to catch him in the networking. But everyone, all of our founders and startups did a great job tonight. I loved watching everybody's pitch. I'm rooting for all of you to do great things. I'm sure we've got some really amazing growing companies on our hands from this group. And I'm looking forward to socializing with everyone in our networking. So we have that in the, yes. So we will be in Kuno's space. Go ahead, Asia.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder, because I see Abby commenting on YouTube. I wonder if he can come back to the live so we can go a little bit more into his startup.
I saw him there too. I was like, oh, I guess Abby just switched. But you're so right. If he does come back, oh my gosh, I just realized I mistyped this in the comments. It's Founders Live for the Kumo space. Well, we'll give Abby a moment.
Yeah, give him. Hopefully you can rejoin us so we can ask you some more questions.
Oh, someone popped in. Abby, are you there?
Hey, hello.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, congratulations. Congratulations, man.
Thank you so much. It was really great. Everyone's pitch was really great, so we're just super grateful that we were able to win.
That's good. Yes, I'm really happy for you also, and I'm really excited to see what you guys do.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate this opportunity once again.
Cool. All right, great. Let's hopefully you will join us in the networking. It is Founders Live. So I got that corrected. Yes. All right. Well, great job, everyone. Great event tonight, and I'll see you in a moment in our networking.